Paulo's path. Paulo's path.
That's some sunlight. Check it out.
Words aren't the tool of the poet, but an obstacle. Universal truths can't be explained through audible. Sound woman crying in the hall of a hospital. I filter pain too, we're all connected, it's possible. An alchemist always makes friends with the impossible. I'm in this body for a second, borrowing these particles. Words are my arsenal, blasting through the carceral. Eat the beat like a popsicle, Garfield lasagna flow. Your whole discography is very discardable. I spit Visine for your third eye optical. If you thought I lost in your timelines illogical. Mandela effect, Monopoly man never had a monocle. Flow Gnostic, but still got dirty lab apostles. Serving nostalgia like drinking out the garden hose. Don't gap me up and talk shit that's paradoxical. I turn rappers into obituary articles. Scary hours in the studio doing all-nighters. The skeletons in my closet are my ghost writers. It's me versus me, I see my demons in the cipher. The clock don't stop, mortality's a viper. I'm pulling Glocks and clocks like I'm playing Time Crisis. I believe in people, I don't worship messiahs. I'll always be real like I'm on the hill of Cyprus. Loyalty from a friend is all that I require. I'm a product of stardust and willow resin. I made a carbon and recycle hummingbird feathers. I'm from the earth and of the earth until I go to heaven. And if there isn't one, then fuck it, whatever. Cause I already saw hell when my friend OD'd. I feel the spirit leave the body and his energy release. I hope he found peace and his problems relieved. Cause the city is a virus manufacturing disease. I paint the journal with blood vampires in the gallery. My veins in the page, I eat the beat like a calorie. I swim through the astral, the ether is my intel. Inject my bars like alphabetical stem cells. Reading Don Quixote, turning giants to windmills. I surrender to the spirit, forever let the pen spill. Louis bags under my eyes, my tears on my cargo. I'm shooting bars at Frank like a rapper Donnie Darko. Will the wormhole eat me if I shoot the killer? Put the full moon in a blunt and smoke it through a filter. A candle gives light, but it's not a moss friend. I got maps on my phone, but I'm lost within. I sat in the darkness and buried my deep thoughts. That's when I felt my heart really start to defrost. The lesson is keep going till the rest of eat shit. The lesson is keep going, keep walking, don't quit.
Paulo's path. Paulo's path.
Yeah, cosmic conversation, he stared at the constellations. The word is a stimulant for the imagination. Cosmic choreography, lightning scotch photography. I rap from my heart, call me MC Cardiology. Seasons change, red and gold, autograph autumn leaves. Big Bang biography, liberation ideology. Thieves that plant bloody seeds, spawn rotten trees. Free Palestine, get back the land and the olive tree. All I see's a bunch of Christopher Columbus clones. Capitalism will die too, like the right of thrones. Propaganda in the headlines, we snort it like dope. Politicians using promises, but you can't eat hope. Reagan was genocide and with Jordan were sky blue. Killing the indigenous in Guatemala ever since United Fruit. Kuma countries from here to Africa, shouldn't surprise you. The FBI killed the Panthers, they gave me a life too. It's not historical amnesia, it's that we've been lied to. And if you tell the truth, they got a bullet to provide you. Barbed wire on our borders, but we let the supplies through. Drones overhead with the bird's eye view. NSA's on Snapchat and they're spying on you. They'll probably chew heaven to put a pipeline through. And if you're sipping on Starbucks, and the problem is you. If you support death, you become death, the coffin is you. This country was founded on greed, they revolted over taxes. The taxes of the enslaved from the opulent classes. Look up the Somerset case and the colony's reaction. They stole the land from the Lenape and called it Manhattan. They renamed the mountains and renamed the rivers. Those disconnected from earth often trash in the litter. They kept enslavement alive, charging people with felonies. My friend said keep singing, break the bars with a melody. My friend said keep singing, break the bars with the melody. My friend said keep singing, break the bars with the melody. My friend said keep singing, break the bars with the melody.
Paulo's path. Paulo's path.
looked in the mirror, the subtle cowardice of everyday excuses. He had a recipe, he could make them every way. He was about to leave for work, that's when the mirror rippled. He saw a triangle of light like an alchemy sigil. He went closer to the mirror and it turned into a portal. A vine of the spirit grabbed him and took him to a forest. He saw an orb in the willow, it told him to listen. It said branches are antennas, tune the transmission. He said all I hear is static and flicker with suspicion. He said who are you? And teleported positions. It said I'm the reincarnation of your own intuition. I'm a hunch, I'm a vibe, I'm an omen, premonition. That's when the static shifted, he could feel the earth's nerves. He could hear the melodies, the whispers and words. He said we used to talk more when you were a kid. It said come on, let's go and find where the alchemist lives. You ever knocked on the door to hyperspace? You ever felt God but couldn't find her face? You ever hid your heart and forgot the hiding place? You ever been alone but still felt embraced? You ever been in a crowd but still felt erased? You ever found yourself but still felt misplaced? You ever felt eternity but wanted to escape? Count to infinity and watch it fade away. The orb gave him tea to help dissolve the boundaries. He could hear the planet hum and the sound of the sea. They asked about the alchemist, it said he cures illness. It said that he travels through energies of stillness. It said you never find him if your intention is selfish. And if your auras are weak, his energy's overwhelming. He met a healer and felt a past life connection. He said he remembered her eyes, she laughed at the confession. No reply but her lips were between an answer and question. The pause between breaths is when we truly find perfection. She said you repel what you seek, you'll never stop chasing. If you wanna be a soul surgeon, you gotta learn to be patient. She said love's more ancient than the stars and humanity. Learn to wait and notice the rain comes to the banana tree. They scaled every mountain and sailed every sea. That's when my intuition said that the alchemist was me. You ever knocked on the door to hyperspace? You ever felt God but couldn't find her face? You ever hid your heart and forgot the hiding place? You ever been alone but still felt embraced? You ever been in a crowd but still felt erased? You ever found yourself but still felt misplaced? You ever felt eternity but wanted to escape? Count to infinity and watch it fade away.
Paulo's path. Paulo's path. Paulo's path. Paulo's path.
He saw a yellow rose in the parking lot, what did it mean? Saw his reflection in a window wearing a garment of leaves. The concrete side, guilty of what it was hiding. It was providing a barrier between us and Gaia. He saw the future, he saw black snow and asphalt, but he found promise in the cracks in the asphalt. Nature fights back, a blade of grass makes the axe fall. Our ancestors never needed borders and passports. We used to share seeds, now we testify in tax court. To the devil you don't fear him and he'll take his mask off. That's when you realize you're looking in the mirror at yourself, mistaking enemies for the trauma that you were dealt. This morning I was on the carpet, picturing my cold end, being choked by the frozen arm of the ocean. Sometimes I see the bloody foam, the sea glows red. I look the Red Rider in the eye and off he went. I spit a verse, he turns to flames, I watch the ash go. I invade my shadow's castle, put black flags on flagpoles. Flow stick like a bad cold, eat beats like black holes. I'm underground, I wrote this with the earthworm in a rat hole. Let my words be shovels for those feeling trapped though. My friend was trying to be sober, he never really had goals. He tried to heal his ab soul, inhaling smoke through glass bowls. How many of us are still running from our dad though? In the history of earth, I'm not even a tadpole. I guess I'm waiting for my metamorphosis to grab hold. I live every version of me, my present I cherish it. I'm cutting the wires, disarming the bombs I inherited. Living is when the past and future become unimportant. We can have it all if we all take a portion. He thought about the yellow rose, thorns and temptation. The petals blew in the wind and needed no explanation.
Paulo's path. Paulo's path. Paulo's path. Paulo's path.
I grabbed the mic and kill your guys and spit deicide. If your worst nightmare was a box, you see me inside. I'll find you, then abandon you, exonerate the bandit you. I will organize and random you, resurrect and phantom you, kidnap and ransom you, and only feed you ransom food. And the soundtrack will be Marilyn Manson singing Hanson tunes. Metal walls, tanks and banks is what my bars go through. My flow perfected, ultra instinct like Goku. They blockaded Paulo's path, they try to close the passage. I'm dodging all your blows, space time, I manipulate and manage. You can use all your summons and mana, I'm taking zero damage. My blade is sharper than Shannon, I'll take off your cabbage. My grammar stores hammer, your grammar is average. My mind stay mammoth, all seeing panorama. My whole style grizzly and you looking like salmon. I'll put your whole crew to sleep like a hammock or pajamas. I spit so much you'll drown in the tide, Alabama. My syllables stutter, my blessed staccato, they stammer. Flow smooth like legato, go find a funeral planner. Cause your soul died when you worship mammon and glamour. My sentences splashing, my kick flipping, I thrash them. I skate on their skulls till the cranium shatters. These dream bandits only got hate in their baggage. I check them and toe tag them and send the reaper the package. I think the only thing they took was their life for granted. Juice them like pomegranate till all the villains vanish. I uppercutted him all the way up to heaven's welcome mat. Then resuscitated him and welcomed him back. Then sent him down to hell just so they could send him back. Just so he could tell his friends he been to hell and back. How well is that? If you fascists we will attack. I put my foot to the clan like there's a shell on my back.
Paulo's path. Paulo's path. Paulo's path. Paulo's path.
He flicked the flask and asked, how do you alchemize evil? She said, first you need to find it, stop looking at people. She filled the reservoir and slowly tightened the clamps. The stars began to shine like heaven's street lamps. She said, resentment is poison, you're intoxicated. She said, learn to nurture trust with imagination. She turned on the burner and connected the condenser. The steam moved through the leaves and carried its essence. The liquid slowly swirled like a whirlpool in the center. She said, turn down the flame, the pressure will bend it. Ice water cooled the mixture and the collector it dropped. Oil and water don't mix, the oil rises to the top. She drained out the water and kept the essential. In order to distill it, it needs to travel elemental. You need to go through changes to purify energy. Transform through alchemy, my mentor is chemistry. My heart became ice, I put fire to the cold. I had to be like water, surrender to the flow. Vibrate higher, become steam in your flow. Change form, transform, alchemy of the soul. My heart became ice, I put fire to the cold. Had to be like water, surrender to the flow. Vibrate higher, become steam in your flow. Change form, transform, alchemy of the soul. He fell into the funnel and dropped into the beaker. The flask laughed and said, let the flame be a teacher. He felt himself get lighter and evaporate to gas. He passed through the herbs and felt the connection they had. He went through the condenser like a transcendental water slide. He saw himself in the teardrops of his father's eyes. He hit the ice water and he felt himself form. He felt purge of ideas like the need to conform. He felt resentment and judgment slowly drip off. He let go of desire and he rose to the top. Wow. He bowed to the flame and said, thank you for the lesson. He said, do you have an answer for my final question? They said you can't alchemize evil cause it never existed. Your only mistake is that you believe the definitions. The lowest level of alchemy is turning lead into gold. The goal is turn fear into love and let it in your soul.
Paulo's path. Paulo's path.
Down the line, but no one will be there to see you through.
Fuck on,
Yeah. Crying the dirt till it turned to mud. Right with ink till it turned to blood. Go to the well and fill the cup. Drink more life till your heart erupt. Dirty lab crew don't mob ties. Every beat I make get high tide. Flow so cold like chopped ice. To parasite to peroxide. No Jekyll, I'm all hide. I'll outline you in chalk white. On dark nights I go on car rides and freestyle out my dark side. I speak through carbon dioxide. My heart's hard like carbide. My third eye was cockeyed. Microdose helped it quantize. Spinach in the pop filter, cause I spit that Popeye. I don't know much about the truth, but people, numbers, and God's lie. Only the Reaper could stop time if he said you could. Stop lying, stop Israel's apartheid. I know my history like bobside. No fog of war, the fog lies. We boycott, we stop buying. Your empire really lopsided. The truth I will not stop writing until the missiles stop flying, until the crops stop dying, until the bodies stop piling, until the stocks stop climbing. Coffins they keep stockpiling, mothers they can't stop crying. Every child killed is a precious star that stops shining.
Paulo's path. Paulo's path. Paulo's path. Paulo's path.
Dig up the bones from the mud of the past. The groan of history sounds like a morbid laugh. England made the first reservations in Ireland, then used the same tactics in North America to acquire it. A rapper supposed to expose lies and always tell the truth. Fake news ain't new, the pilgrims are proof. If you water colonized seeds, then they may flower. Water them with greed and the fruits will be sour. John Smith attacked the indigenous who helped him. The indigenous perspective, we only hear it seldom. From Chesapeake Bay to Seattle, we killed them. Jamestown turned to cannibals, they burned the corn to animals. From Washington to Jefferson, they wanted the land and all. But the indigenous were here for 20,000 plus years. The Cahokia had pyramids, the rivers were clear. We all came from Africa, it's deeper than Barinia. They had highways and hospitals for over a millennia. Don't let a teacher tell you about civilization. As social Darwinists taught for colonizers and racists. Agriculture and irrigation originated in Mexico, but now they want a wall to keep out the truth and let it fold. From the Ho-Ho-Calm to the Pueblos and Chaco Canyon to the Mongol lawn, they farmed and fought famine. Before the 5 boroughs, you had the 6 Iroquois nations. Women had autonomy, no patriarchy escapists. Then Columbus came in the name of thieves from Spain. He landed in Haiti, bringing genocide and pain. He brought slavery, disease, rape, and crosses. The truth was told by Bartholomew de las Casas. The Treaty of Tordesillas was signed in 1494. The doctrine of discovery that expanded Catholic war and divided the world in half between Portugal and Spain. It made people property to be converted or slain. In 1500s, Columbus passed the encomiendas to Cortez. These were concentration camps and left more dead. But the conquistadors lusted for more gold. They invaded the Incas in Peru under Pizarro. Ponce de Leon invaded Florida in 1521, but he got killed by the Calusa, making colonists run. In 1540, the Zuni went to war with Coronado. They shot arrows through the rosaries and liquor bottles. In 1599, the Acoma Pueblo revolted against Onate, who killed 800. He stole the land and sold it. The English brought enslaved Africans in 1619. They put white supremacy in the laws they're still citing. The Algonquins killed settlers, sparking Bacon's rebellion. The settlers wanted more land, whiteness fortified to steal it. In 1680, the Pueblo revolted, attacking the Spanish. They killed 2/3 of the missionaries, inflicting panic. The Wampanoag attacked the colonists in 1675. Almost made it to Boston, but the settlers burned their food supplies. In 1739, the Stoner Rebellion occurred. The enslaved rose up, 6 plantations burned. This kicked off the 7 Years' War for land to steal. The French, Spanish, and English fought like parasites over a meal. Then came the Royal Proclamation in 1763. It said no settler could go west of the colonies. This is when the Ottawa and Huron attacked Fort Detroit. The colonists broke the treaty for more land to exploit. Jefferson and Washington didn't want slavery to be abolished, so they went to war with the crown to take all of it. In 1787, they passed the Northwest Ordinance. This was used to steal more land, even Hawaii and its coordinates. The Shawnee fought at fallen timbers, and the U.S. stole Ohio. They flooded the land with liquor and burned crops for miles. 1804, Haitians rose up, kicked out the enslavers. This terrified the U.S. and showed the power was makeshift. Tecumseh brought people together and gave the settlers hell. He died fighting the U.S. in the War of 1812. In 1830, they passed the Indian Removal Act, pushing them into Oklahoma, but in the end, they'd even take that. The Creeks rose up, making the settlers lose track. distraction. But in 1831 there were tears on the trail from Andrew Jackson. David Walker was writing against white supremacy. In 1831 that Turner rose up as enemies bleed. Then came the Oregon Trail and Manifest Destiny. Fancy words for colonialism, made the fallen rest in peace. The US took half of Mexico in 1848 and sparked the gold rush and made more genocides inflate. John Brown took arms and started killing enslavers and owners. He raided Harper's Ferry, Robert E. Lee was his opponent. This was one of the sparks that kicked off the Civil War. The second one already started. Take a look outside your door.
Paulo's path. Paulo's path. Paulo's path. Paulo's path.
Don't know about you. I'm feeling lost at last.
The first stars appeared in the night sky. I might die. I got a million problems that I pile high, they sky high. I'ma climb to the top then probably fucking skydive. Despite my lack of parachute, I'm falling towards the bright light. I swan dive towards my coffin, but it's not quite the right size. My soul is confined by a neck that is a white guy. My eyes white, I'm quite high on something not prescribed by a big pharma doctor shooting pills like a drive-by. Tonight I might kick death like to kite, but don't we die every time we talk until polite lies? Like how you doing good, the fakeness hurts my insides. And when I die I guarantee these rappers will have dry eyes. I eat a beat like it's bite-sized, they're inspired so they might bite. Blood all over my back cause I got into a knife fight. I ride a beat like it's my bike, no metronome, it's my time. I need another third eye, another valve I might buy. Spin the wheel and turn the timeline, no regrets in my lifetime. Memories of fine wine, I wish I could rewind time so I could see you smile again and make the light shine. Cause you don't smile at me like that no more, I might cry. Now the world's going underwater like Earthsea or sci-fi. You can give me all the answers and I'll probably still write why. Bump this at midnight on a rainy stormy night drive. I'm just trying to tell my truth and keep the vibe right. Cause too many fake cry like Judas when Christ died. I give the devil the side eye, I hope God replied by my expiration date. Please don't deny my extension request, I hope my prayers provide enough justification to keep me out the white light. Even though they say to always see the bright side. Like if I go to hell I bet it has a good nightlife. I may have said fuck you but it was just a white lie. Enlightenment, I'ma get it though. Find desire and slit its throat. The floods come and get a boat. Negative friends, get rid of those. My fire flow, incinerate. Let my pen penetrate. Into hell I'm center stage. Demons on my dinner plate. My bars slice with excellence. My poetry is treacherous. Stab your eyes like Oedipus. My similes are effortless. I'm all hype all the time. I don't know who Jekyll is. My mind is on a precipice. I fall into a wretched pit. I'm searching for my soul in that apple from Genesis. The cobalt glow beckons us. Revelation messages. The mark of the beast is venomous. Addicted to what threatens us. They fear our togetherness, so they try to sever us. My Celio references a fungus has a cleverness. Microphone specialist, I'ma keep the pressure up. Making diamonds I won't let up. I write with blood, I write with guts. Got bars in my blood, tetanus. I'm a poetic terrorist. I got pen strapped to my chest. Is this what a poetic exodus? Let me explode into a poem and be a muse that's generous. Inspiring others threatens them. They want us to focus on arrogance. Each one teach one, share with us. Destroy the ego's edifice. Surrender is what my weapon is. The cosmos will inherit us. I'ma fly though I'm featherless. I'm just trying to level up. Give me wings like Pegasus, cause Paulo's path is perilous. I'ma find my soul and then I'll go back on Paulo's Exodus.
Paulo's path. Paulo's path. Paulo's path. Paulo's path.
We're on Paulo's path. We're on Paulo's path. We're on Paulo's path. We're on Paulo's path. He fed the fire as the clouds turned pink. He boiled his Tamwu tea and he started to drink. The moon clocked in, the bats did backflips. The flames spiraled out into fractal gymnastics. The artist woke up for the graveyard shifts to paint with Krylon like rail yard alchemists. He liked the smell of aerosol and VOCs. The mosquitoes did aerosols, the meal was me. It's the urge just to carousel, rewrite it and leave. The junkyard had beheaded dolls and car batteries. When the aliens come, that's probably all they'll see. The ruins of capitalism and a trash-filled sea. Money over everything, that's evil math to me. No gods, no masters, is how it has to be. Self-mastery, that's Paulo's path for me. Throwing 3 caps and laughing as a magic tea. The plants invent us just to move them around and give us ideas like planting seeds in the ground. Or pheromones, the original internet. An invisible way to get messages sent. This consciousness more than the tissue in the cranium. What lies beyond it, inside the subterranean. Learn from the child, there's release in the tantrum. We're taught to hold it in silence there's damage. Dominators want you to serve a machine, to work a bullshit job with a bullshit routine. Institutions make puppets home chewing the streams. I find teachers in waterfalls, rivers and streams. The animal prints in the snow made a figure 8. The way they braided paths seem to look like DNA. No one knows what's going on cause no one knows each other. No one will save you, we can only save each other.
Paulo's path. Paulo's path.
We're on Paulo's path.